Hello, I'm Mitchell Ellis. I believed years ago that the coconut coir is a product that's here to stay. The fact that it has sponge-like features and ability to decompress is a significant feature. Even though I'm not a grower, I've been around growing operations most of my life. Living in the small community of Sims, Alabama, I've seen growers use peat moss, pine bark, pine shavings, topsoils, and a variety of other medias. Back in the 1990s, I was approached by Ben Pointer, who told me about a new product from Sri Lanka. He said it was cocoa peat. He told me about a gentleman by the name of Stan Myrna from England who had been hired by the British government to go to Sri Lanka and help the locals to develop a growing program. Stan owned a grower supply in Wexford County, England, and had a good background in the industry. He soon realized that it was too costly to import peat moss to Sri Lanka, so Stan started looking for something locally to use for a growing medium. To his surprise, he found an abundance of the byproduct coir pith. The fibers of the coconut being used for many things from rope manufacturing to doormats, mattress stuffings, and even the upholstery in the old style Volkswagen Bugs. Well, with Stan's vision, he soon realized the potential of coir pith. He tried to market coir in America, but the larger companies went direct and soon cut him out after he did all the work and educated them. And with the help of labs and test facilities, Stan knew that coir would be successful as a growing media if it could arrive at the marketplace. The problem being too costly, though, to ship in bulk. Ben invited Stan over from England and introduced him to me. I then traveled to Wessex, England to see Stan's facility and a mountain of coir that he had acquired from Sri Lanka. He had built a machine in Sri Lanka that compressed the coir pith into slabs about 24 inches by 44 inches by 4 inches thick. Later, a press was made to produce small bricks. Different compression ratios were experimented with, and even as high as 10 to 1. Finally, the suitable ratios of 4 and 5 to 1 proved the best for maximum water holding and oxygen retention, which helps achieve optimum results. The problem was decompressing the slabs. Well, what about hammer mills? Well, we were already a manufacturer of nursery and greenhouse machines since 1977. Stan wanted me to design a machine that would gently decompress the coir slabs. We experimented and quickly ruled out the hammer mill and crushing type mills as the coir fiber was damaged too much according to the lab results. As a child, my mother always baked a pan of biscuits every day for the family. I watched as she pulled out a 5-gallon can of flour from under the kitchen cabinet. I was intrigued with a sifter that she used to get the lumps reduced in size enough to go through the screen, providing just the right consistency to make southern style biscuits. So the idea was born. We took spiral agitation that moves the media in a figure-8 pattern and incorporated it with a very heavy screen. We included a hydration auger on the bottom. The results were astounding. Why? The first reason is this. If you take a 5-kilo block, you can break off the corners by hand and crumble them up. This is the biggest question that growers have. Does it destroy the fiber? The answer is no. With the figure-8 action and the coir blocks change from square to round as the machine keeps running, the then round balls become smaller, rubbing each other until eventually they go through the screen. The very first coir processing machine we built, Stan was very pleased with. He purchased it and shipped it to a customer in Istanbul, Turkey. The good thing is that decompression takes place without water. This is a plus in northern climates where some have to use water to decompress the coir. With freezing temperatures, this presents a problem in winter months. So the coir buster needs no water to decompress. Water can be added only if the customer desires to do so. We built a coir buster and we took it to a trade show, and everyone wanted to know what it was. We told them that it was a machine to decompress coir, so they then asked, what is coir? So it took some time for coir to finally catch on. I've often wondered why some peat moss companies took such a negative attitude against coir in the beginning, being that it's such a wonderful product. Now many are incorporating Coir into blends with positive results. We now have a Coir buster that will automatically process a metric ton of Coir from a hard block into perfect fluffy material every 10 to 12 minutes. Also a hydration incline auger that can be used for expansion and stockpiling. With a figure 8 design, the machine parts inside are slow moving and very low maintenance. No blades or hammers. We just let the Coir simply run itself apart. Some people have a hard time understanding how it works so well when the Coir blocks can be so hard, but they just simply rub themselves apart. What about bad Coir that's overly compressed, I've been asked. Well, we took some Coir blocks and we floated them in water for a week. They still would not absorb any water. So we ran the rest through a Coir buster and it was not a problem. And yes, the Coir hydrated and was usable. We've even decompressed some small bricks that were compressed 10 to 1. Now with a normal 4 and 5 to 1 ratio standardly produced, the machine is fast, reliable, and affordable. And yes, I still say Coir is here to stay.